So next we are going to see with equation of refraction at a single spherical surface. So only one spherical surface. So over that spherical surface we are going to find what is the equation for the refraction. So consider two transparent medias having the refractive index n1 and n2. So two medias which has the refractive index to be n1 and n2. It has a center of curvature which is represented as C, and let O be the point which is in the medium n1, and the line OC cuts the spherical surface at the pole. So spherical surface, it cuts at the pole. That line is OC. The rays are paraxial rays. What are paraxial rays? Those rays which are close to the principal axis. Okay, and it passes from the pole itself. Okay, so this is a ray. So we are considering this to be the spherical surface. Okay, and here is a normal, and this is the angle of incidence. Yes, and this is a refraction. Okay, so main thing is the angle alpha beta, and here is the angle I R, and here we have the angle gamma. Okay, so distance between the pole and the center of curvature is what? Radius of curvature R. Okay, and this is the object. Okay, so from the pole, this is the object, and so this is the object distance u, and from the pole this is the image which is formed, and so we are considering the image to be at v. Okay, so how it has been formed is, first consider this to be the object. Okay, from the object the light falls on the mirror, and consider that the image is being formed at the point I. Okay, and same way, so this is the object and this is the image. Clear? Same way, considering this to be the object, okay, just expand this normal. Okay, so that it meets at the point C. Clear? So we get the light from O falls on the refracting surface at N. Okay, generally the condition is what? N2 is greater than N1. Okay, and so it deviates towards the normal and it meets the principal axis. Okay, so taking with the Snell's law, it is N1 into sin I is equal to N2 into sin R. Since the values of angle are very small, we are neglecting with the value of sin here. So N1 into I is equal to N2 into R. Okay, so now taking this diagram, okay, and the angles are what? NOP is equal to alpha. Okay, so first one is NOP is equal to alpha, NOP which is equal to what? Alpha. Okay, then next is what? NCP. Okay, so the angle of NCP which is equal to beta, so NCP, that is equal to what? Beta. Clear? Then the next angle is what? NIP. Okay, this is N and this is I. Here is P. So this angle is what? Gamma. Yes. So taking with all these angles, okay, and consider the value of alpha alone. Okay. Now taking this to be a triangle, and so it is right angle at the point P. Yes, and here we have O, and this place we have the value to be N, and here we have the angle to be alpha. Okay, so now, so opposite to this alpha is this side and the adjacent side is this, so we can write this as Pn divided by PO. So this is for tan alpha. Clear? So we have found out the tan alpha value. Same way, finding for tan beta. Okay, considering the triangle which is P N, and here we have the C, and here is the angle beta, and so opposite to this angle which is NP or PN divided by the adjacent side which is PC. So we have written the value of tan alpha and tan beta. Same way when you are writing for tan gamma, okay, considering with the same triangle which is PNI, okay, this full triangle, so that here is the angle gamma. Okay, here we get P and this is N and this is I. So what is the value of tan gamma, which is equal to what? Opposite, same way Pn divided by I. Okay, so we have got the value of tan alpha, tan beta and tan gamma here. Yes, and so since all the values are small, we can write it to be just alpha is equal to beta, neglecting with the tan. Okay, so, how we neglect with the value of sine, same way neglecting with the value of tan here. And so, and same way from the triangle NOC, here is N, and here we have with O, and here we are having the value to be C. Okay, so when you see here, this exterior angle is what? I, and the angle which is here is what? This side is alpha and this side is beta. So according to this rule, okay, we can write that the exterior angle is equal to what? Sum of the opposite interior angles. So I is equal to alpha plus beta. Okay, same way considering with a triangle NIC. Okay, so NIC, so this is N, this is I, and this point is C. The exterior angle is beta, which is equal to sum of opposite interior angles, so which is R plus gamma. So if we need the value of R alone, it is beta minus gamma. So we have found the value of I as well as R. Is it not? Now substitute this value of I and R in this. N1 into I is equal to N2 into R. Yes. Now multiply this value inside. We get N1 into alpha plus N2 into gamma, because we are bringing this side. So N1 into alpha plus N1 into beta, which is equal to N2 into beta minus N2 into gamma. Okay. Now bring this beta term this side, and this gamma we are bringing here. Okay, so we get N1 into alpha plus N2 into gamma, which is equal to, this side we have the common term, which is what? Beta. Okay, and the remaining terms are, so N2 as it is minus of this N1. Okay, so it is N2 minus N1 into beta. Okay, so this gives the equation. Next, substituting the alpha, beta and gamma in this. Okay, so because n1 into alpha, so alpha is what? Pn divided by Po, and same way Pn divided by Pi is equal to Pn divided by Pc. Throughout this, we are going to divide by the term Pn. So the value of Pn get cancelled in all this, so that we get n1 divided by Po plus n2 divided by Pi is equal to n2 minus n1 divided by Pc. From the diagram, so PO is what? Position of the object. PI is what? Image. PC is what? Center of curvature. So this can be written as what? U. This is V, and this is what? Radius of curvature. So which is C. So we get n1 by minus u, which is equal to n2 by v, which is equal to n2 minus n1 divided by r. So this we are just rearranging, and so we get n2 by v minus n1 by u is equal to this formula. So this is the main formula for this equation of the refraction. Clear? Suppose considering n1 to be 1, n2 to be n, so we get the value